Hello, everybody. Welcome to the JJA Show. My name is Jan-Jaap reporting for JJA Live Tube here on YouTube. Welcome to our Saturday night extravaganza. So, are you ready? First of all, I'll be honest. It's today the birthday of Queen Elizabeth. But by the way, before I start, remember, if you are logging into live, you can join along in the discussions and talk, be along on the show in the live chats, and there you can, hey, say your opinion about matters we're talking about, or you have a topic we want to talk about. That is also welcome here. That is so grateful about the JJA show. First of all, it's Queen Elizabeth. This, I think it's the second, isn't it? Yeah. Um, uh, so shall we sing "Happy Birthday" or something for her? I don't know. I mean, well, I want to keep my viewers. That is my thing. And if I start singing, it's not the best solution, but we can try. Okay. So, all right, here we go. Happy birthday to you. I don't know if Queen Elizabeth. Yeah, of course. She joins in live discussion and then she goes to the pub and have a major pint. I mean, has the servant, so the servants will drink the pint for her. No, no, seriously. She had these servants who will wipe her butt and then um, they wash her tushy. I mean, it is YouTube. We can't say butt actually anymore or arse or whatever. There goes my income. Yeah. Okay. No, but no. Let's be honest about one thing. It's a birthday. So shall we sing all together? If you're watching, you sing also. Yes, you there. Stop picking your nose. Stop it. So let's be honest. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you, Queen Elizabeth. It's not my queen. I actually don't know why I'm doing it. But yeah, she's actually the most famous queen in the whole world. I think she is also the longest reigning, isn't it? And that's the thing. And I'm actually looking for my sunglasses, guys, because I'll be honest, my eyes are really not comfortable at the moment. Can you remember a few weeks ago, actually almost more than a month ago, actually, I had such a terrible eye infection, and later it seems that it was from grass and stuff. I I really don't know, but today first again, and started yesterday evening. And yesterday evening, guys, I was out to dinner, and the sun started, and I was looking like I was almost sleeping because I could not even open my eyes anymore. I was really done for that day, and I was exhausted, and it drives you wild, and you think to yourself, for God's sake, it is hardcore because I can even feel there's a little thing in my eye, and I can't get it out. It is so. It's so bloody annoying. So I hope you don't mind. I'm doing my show today with sunglasses on. And if you do, thank you for understanding. Um, anyway, it's a Saturday evening, guys. It is so nice. Um, and here we're sitting on YouTube and talking about it. And first, I want to say from the Grenfell Tower, um, for my thoughts and prayers I go with you, or also the friends. And it's just disgusting. I think the number's up to now 30 deaths. And actually, and correct me if I'm wrong, right? Because I just also get the stories. I know we had it in very quickly on a news service from JJA, right? Because you think we only get sports, we get every news in, and we have to select the sport from it. So sometimes really tough. And we had it in, and yes, I'm aware if it's about bulk of do with sports, unless he start playing baseball or something, or we're not even covering. Okay, let's say he start playing football. Never mind, that image really has to quickly just go out of my mind, otherwise I will never watch football again. No, but we had it in our news service, and I really didn't get it very quickly. I thought, hey, what's this going on? I thought, I'll be honest, that the whole part of London was standing in fire. Really, I thought, my God, shall we go live on YouTube and or you're really seeing raining. And I was actually too tired to switch on the news channel. I really was. I had something. And here's the thing, guys. I'll be honest. It was. And I thought it was first also, oh, not again a terror attack, right? They said it was because of some fire went into trash. And I'm really glad that there not came some trash. I was talking about the terrorism. Some people about it. I'm getting so annoyed because sometimes I have a feeling there's something happening, such madman running around. The IS starts saying, yeah, he did it. Just to point at terrorism. I sometimes think it's really them. Or it's just saying it just to get this, to show them off from, we can do this, we bring the fear. Because I really sometimes don't buy it. I know you have noticed, but for example, in Amsterdam, right, with the car, what was going on? And there was a guy who, okay, for you don't know, there was a guy who parked his car wrong. The police want to go over to talk to him about it. He drove off and he hit several people, etc., etc. Later, it seemed that the driver was pressure or blood sugar or something. I think it was low blood sugar. Don't get angry with me if I say it wrong, and please say so also, guys. I'm talking about this matter, all right? So that I was also thinking with this tower, the Grenfell Tower, and I thought to myself, my God, another terror testing. Hold on, no, this can't be true. And it felt like almost, and that's wrongly to say, so what happened. It really does. I felt almost relieved it was no terror attack. I really had something. No, not again. Not such a big major idiot. And here's the thing. The funniest thing is what I have always with these terror attacks and it's pointed by IS, with Muslims and stuff and stuff. And then they're sitting bitching at Muslims. Yeah, you're racist. You're against the Muslims and Islam and blah 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 blah. Yeah, duh. If you have such madmen going around and bombing all the time, you do it to yourself. And I have something sometimes. If you want to be respected, then stop with these tactics. Get these people in that own religion, in that own community, in this ideology you have. Stop them. Stop them yourself because you're destroying your own ideology. But what I'm trying to say is, it is terrible what happened in London. I really do, and I feel for those people. I mean, imagine just sitting at home. You can't get out anymore, and that's how you have to go. To be burned to death. And I can't imagine how terrible that must. if you're not being choked to death by the smoke, you'll get burned to death. And I had something, my God, seriously, you know, this must be so terrible. Funny part is though, Bellerin from Arsenal, he said, well, for every person got injured or hit by it, I give $50 or pounds, £50. It may look like now he comes off with he has to give around 22,500. But I think it's great. I think it's really great. Bellerin has that money. We know that. I don't think we have to worry about that he's got financial broke or something. And I think it's a wonderful sign he does. I really do. And it's a shame that for example, that some mighty person, that a club like Arsenal says, yeah, that's great, we'll double it. Something like that. That would be great. I'll be honest. If I had the funds, but I don't, I would do it. Funds for you guys. So sorry about that. But I think we have to get our voices heard and stuff. It is really something. My hair, guys. It is really something. Yeah, it needs to be addressed, and I think you can't address this enough. And I think that it is a horrible way to go this way. And the funny part is with it, not funny. I think that's the wrong word, but what I'm saying is that people complained about this error already for a long time. They warned that there was no good biosecurity in that building. There was a fire hazard. The danger was there. It was noticed by the persons who were living in the apartments. And then you think to yourself, well, for God's sake, for fucking sake, why don't you just then look into it and do something about the matter? Because if it's already, but it's probably a lack of money again, laziness, you know how it goes. And it is, I'll be honest, it's in Kensington. It was North Kensington. What I got to hear is then that North Kensington has money. It is not the poorest neighborhood. That is it is not the Whitechapel or something, or in London, or a Whitechurch, or you know what I mean. And that is more the poor neighborhoods. Then I can a little bit understand that. Um, so I have something from where are we going from here? Where you know, you know what should help? I have a blindly great idea. If Ronaldo, that money has to pay for his taxes, he doubles it, that money, the same amount, he gives to the Grenfell Towers. Because, and that's actually next topic I actually want to come in. Because that idiot, he says he didn't do that with the taxes claim. And now he's starting to want to leave Spain. Because he will know he didn't pay those taxes. And he thinks, if I escape Spain, I can get away with it. Ding dong. We have the Europol and stuff. Don't you think, Cristiano Ronaldo, that if you, let's say, you move back to Manchester, or you go back to Sporting Lisbon, or whatever, or Hertha BSC, that is actually a funny spot. All those clubs, don't you think they will come after you for that money? Yeah, maybe if you move to Colombia or something and go play their football, then maybe you have a chance. Uruguay, those are countries a lot of people live who try to avoid taxes because they have eliminated that. So, shall we contact? I don't know what place in Colombia. Let's see. Let's say Uruguay. I mean, Hitler went to Uruguay, as they said. I'm just getting my football app. Yeah, there's even football going on with you guys. So let's see, I got here. Defense sport. They're the number one in the league. You go there, play football. They'll be happy. Taxes. I don't know if they have the money to pay your salary, but who gives a fuck with you got because here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. He had to pay 14 something, 14,8 or 14,5 million euro in taxes. And that's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. But the year before, in 2016, that arrogant son of a bitch, and I'll call that him because I can't stand his face. I really can't. I think he has a smug face. I think if I see him, I slap him in his face. I think he's such an arrogant asshole. Sorry I say so. He earned 150 million euro. 150 million. So if he would pay, so let's say we round it up to 15, he still got 135 million left of that amount. Jesus Christ, for crying out loud. So, imagine you only have to live for 135 million euros per year. You dumb schmuck. And think about it. He apparently he just became a daddy. And now he wants to move, for God's sake, a place. Well, move to Uruguay. Your wife would like that with a newborn child. I'm so tired of his arrogance. No, I have at this point more respect for Messi and his tax fraud because he didn't run away. He said, "Well, I'm not." He didn't go there. I want to leave Spain now. I don't want to pay anymore for Barcelona. It makes you more a bigger suspect if you do that, Ronaldo. You really do. And that is the thing. What I think it is what you have to keep a hold on. You forget about it that you are a suspect in this matter. And I think that you are a great football player. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely. You're one of the major people who got this year Real Madrid championship, but also the Champions League. I don't want to deny that. You're one of the influencers. I think Kroos was the other one. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The arrogance you have, how you are, how you go around it. For God's sake, with the money you got standing in your bank account, and you're sitting and whining and bitching about, uh, about 14,8 million euro, while you have, I don't know how much you have. I don't know what you do actually with it. But for crying out loud, my God, I will say, I have the money, here you go, taxes, fuck off. I will show this check to the media, say, here, I paid it, and I'll be off. Because here's the thing. Why would taxes lie? Of course they make mistakes, and don't get me wrong. But such a mistake for 14,8 million, I don't buy that. I really don't. And I'll be honest, I think, oh, something happened to my screen, you guys. Hold on a second. So, what's gone? My screen flipped away. And I think that we have to acknowledge that he is just made you guilty in this matter. I really do. And so anyway, stepping a little bit away from football again, because tomorrow is this week's sport, and I will probably go a little bit more into it. Probably will. By the way, also today the Confederation Cup has started. By the way, if you're looking, if you're following along in the Confederation Cup, you go just to the JJA Sports Studio and you go to the link live results, and then you click on football. There you can follow along with the live results. You can see the results of every football match, including the Confederation Cup. You can, if you click on the match, you can get more details, who scored. You're probably also able to see the goals. Really great system we have. Really great, guys, honestly. Um, so that's doable. But I think, but do it after the YouTube show, right? Stay, hang on, because this is important, guys. Well, the Saturday evening extravaganza show, as we call that always here on GDA Live Tube here. What do I have more on my show? Yeah, can you remember we talked about that with Rock am Ring last week, right? We talked about with that panic attack and everything. What were they called? I can't remember the fire and stuff. Well, it was cancelled to apparently some sort of. And what happened next, actually? Because that's even more funny. Apparently, they didn't write the name correctly on the badge of the guy. It was a typo. And due to that, the guy was looking very suspicious. They could not be found and everything. They couldn't check on. And then they thought, well, this guy is something dodgy going on with. And it was cancelled due to that. So, whole the thing was cancelled due to typo. How stupid can you be? And here's the thing. Listen, we all make mistakes. And we're sitting with JJA Sports Studio. We also make mistakes. I mean, for example, a few weeks ago, I made the mistake that when I did the review for the Caribbean movie, Caribbean of Pirates of the Caribbean movie review, I wrote Caribbean wrong. I found that out later. Cost me probably some hits. I really do, and I apologize sincerely for that. But come on, to get such a major damage. Oh, I think if you have these big organizations, it's so terrible to write a name wrong. And if you have problems with writing a name, because there are some people who come in with a foreign name, I'll be honest, some people also here in Denmark have issues with writing my name, and I help them out. I get a password, I have these name cards made they can get. My name is due to that always written correctly. I'm trying my best to help these people because eventually I end up wrong on the contract. Yes, I do. It's advantageable for me, so because then I technically can get legally away from it. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think if you have such, that's how you avoid it. So, make sure if you haven't, here's the thing, if you come in a situation and you really have doubts about the name, it is no shame to ask. I'm aware that for a Danish person, I have a very difficult name. In Holland, where I've been born, it's a very easy name, don't get me wrong, but for other country, it's very difficult. And it doesn't matter. Everywhere outside another country, your name is more difficult because it's its own, thinking way. That is very logical. I think nowadays we're so scared. We are scared that we're getting threatened by that. Oh, that's discrimination. But I don't think, honestly, do, and I'm self-informed, I can easily say that there is no harm in asking. Just be nice and polite by saying, listen, is this correctly spelled? I just don't want to make a problem about it. And also, it's not only also half the blame on the person, because he can easily point out, hey, by the way, I know it's difficult, right? Here, this is how you write my name. Blah blah blah. Because I always, if I uh, make myself member or something, or write myself an optimized, I always say, so I spell it for you because it's for too difficult. And sometimes you get rectals. Can you spell it for me? Because they bloody well know. They bloody well know. For crying it out. Don't be afraid to ask because you get these problems. Now, the whole festival was whole half cancelled, and a lot of people came to see that band. And I think due to such a technical error that the festival has to go in and pay that money back. Also, not only to the band, but also to those visitors, because it's not fair on them, because they made the error. I'm just saying. And it is so easy to overcome these mistakes. And nowadays, I think it's always good if you come with such a responsibility, you'll be checked with police because it is a big security risk. And you know what all going on, I really don't mind. I don't really don't mind. I don't have an issue if there's a check me if I'm okay or not. Go ahead. I have a very boring record, never had a police record, never had a speeding ticket. For crying out loud, yeah, sometimes once or twice I walked through the red light, but I never got caught. But you know what I'm saying? I'm a very boring person. I never drunken and driving because A, I don't have a driver license, never sit behind the wheel, and thirdly, I almost don't drink. That's very rarely, almost none. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. Um, I have a very boring lifestyle. So go and check me. You find, well, he's good to go. And rightfully so. So it's just that I have sometimes a feeling from, yeah, but where do we go from this? Huh? It is so sometimes so disgusting. So, well, it's Saturday evening, guys, and you're all tuning in and watching. I hope you're having a great time. I'm actually wondering, what are you going to do tonight? What is your great plan for tonight? By the way, I did this morning the movie review, playing on JJA's facebook.com/JJA Live. JJA Movie Rants, and we did the movie Rambo. Next Friday, we're going to do a review of the new Transformer movie. I'll be going to see that on Wednesday. So that's going to be great. Well, somebody walked into me. So am I sitting with my sunglasses in my home in front of the camera and talking? I'm just saying. I can take this a little bit off my eyes. Feel a little bit better again, guys, by the way. Anyway, and I have something. Oh yeah, I have also an announcement, and that's going to be great for you guys. From Monday, all our YouTube shows are going to be live. You can join in every football show or every show we have on JJA Live. We're coming eventually now to the real meaning of our title, JJA Live Tube. All shows going to be live. That means that you can join in the discussion. Every show will start at 8:30 Central European time and 7:30 English time. And if I'm correctly, that is 2:30 Eastern time in the United States, and if I'm correctly, 11:30 in the morning Western time in the United States, so around California in the area. So you're happy to join in, and that will be for the pitch. That will be for extreme news. That will be for rumbling wrestling. That will be for movie rants. That will be for the JJA Show, what is always live. So, and of course, next Sunday. This Sunday it's still going to be a tape show, but from Monday we're going to do it live at 7 sports also. All live here on YouTube on this channel, guys. My God, we're going totally live. We're going everything doing live. In fact, okay, I'll be honest while we do this. Reports has shown that a lot of people prefer to have live shows. Well, it's your show. So if you want to go live and see the show viral, you are welcome. You are welcome to see this show live. All shows go live. And after that, if you miss it, no, don't worry about it. Don't get me wrong. Don't worry about it. Because if you still miss it, you can always see the show still on demand. That is the great thing. Now, that doesn't mean that all shows will be 1 hour live. That won't. It varies. I think you have to understand, for example, like extreme news, those are very short round shows. However, we can maybe, what for the info we get a little bit more going into the topic and will be more suitable and stuff. So those shows will be maybe a little bit longer. Maybe we go even to instead of 2 topics, 3 topics. It depends also a little bit because what we're getting in for news for that week. We're working a whole week to do research. Are there any interesting articles? Is there anything interesting? Because I'll be honest, guys, there are a lot of interesting topics for our shows, but I'll be really honest about it. It is also sometimes very rare. We have these certain times, and we want to be keep the keep on a static point, going that everybody, hey, he knows. Oh, it's Monday. It's the people talk about football. At 8:30, I'm seeing from YouTube. That is the thing that we want to go to. So it will be just as regular as everybody knows. Hey, at 8 o'clock at evenings, that will always be. Right. And this is the thing. Okay, so that's a major update. We're going to trend a little bit. I think on Wednesday, Joe, the Rumbling Wrestling Show will be a little bit more later, but that is due to because I am watching for you for the movie review for Transformers. It can be that all will be moved an hour working on it, but we want that scheduled spot at 8:30. And why do we 8:30? Because a lot of people are still watching. It's an evening, everybody's relaxing. People are on the time on the computer, on Facebook, on YouTube, doing their thing, and it's easy to get to the crowds. Saturday evening is perfect, and 8:30 also because people getting ready to go into town to get a pint or whatever, or preparing for Saturday evening. Guys. We want more viewership for our YouTube. And I really also, if you're watching these shows, I really also want to ask you, please, if you know, for example, if you're watching the kids, right? Okay, can you do me a favor? Because if you know full people who love football discussions, please forward these people. It really helps me out, and eventually it will help also you guys out. We have to start earning YouTube revenue, and you know what I mean, AdSense money, and etc. etc. And we really need to. So, and with this money, it all goes to exactly. It will be invested in our shows, so we can get better quality of shows. We can also do more shows on location. So not only sit here in our studio, and we can also go, for example, do shows, for example, with special guests. And they're not coming cheap, guys. They really don't. And you can help them. You can make donations. You can really make donations, guys. And I'll tell you how you do that. That is not that difficult. Hold on, I will go and explain you that how you do that. Okay, in donation. If you want to make a donation and stuff, you just go to paypal.me/JJA Sports Studio. That's all what you have to do. All sizes and donation. I don't care if it's just $1. If you want to give $10,000, a million, I really don't give a hoopla about that. All right? All donations are more than welcome. I really do. All right. My God, you know, it's already more than a half hour. I'm really yapping. That's how you work here, guys. Because we're working on, we have so many ideas. We so have many ideas for this side, for this show. You know, growing rapidly. We have a fond of doing this. Um, oh, guys. Anyway, sometimes I get a bit tired. Yeah, I want to grow my hair really long, and it's just thing going on. But that has to do with long hair. That is the stage it's in, and that's only to fall fine. What's more going on actually in my life? Actually, I don't, you know. It's so typically Saturday evening, and I'll be honest, guys. A lot of people are always curious what you do. By the way, let me know in the chat room. Let me know what you're going to do on Saturday evening after the show's finished. Of course, you watch first the JJA show finished. That is most important. What I'm going to do actually after the JJA show? What you're going to do? Are you going to town, or are you going to out with your girlfriend or your wife? Are you going to have the Saturday evening thing with your partner, you know, this Saturday evening. What do we have more? You go maybe the cinema. Could easily be. Could easily be. What would you like to see more? You know what? No, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. What would you like to do on such a Saturday? I'm really curious. What does my audience do? I saw the demographic of the audience. That's around in its 30s. So it can also be just a Saturday night evening at home, you know, sitting in front of the television. Also great, you know. I'll be honest, guys. I'll be a little bit lazy on Saturday. I like to see a great movie. I think I'm past that. I had to go. I actually never been like that guy, you know, going to bars and get drunk and you know, hip hopping here and dancing there. No, no, I was always more the quiet guy. I love to go to concerts. That I really did always like. That I did. I sing some great bands, by the way. You know, I have on the streak, and there was a year I went to love concerts, and there were several. I think it was 4 or 5 bands in a row. After that tour, that band would break up. It was really disgusting, and you think, and I see some. I even, for example, saw Soundgarden live. I'm just saying. What have I seen more live? I see Pink Floyd live. I see U2 live. Sepultura, The Gathering, Iron Maiden, Wave Temptation. My God, the list keeps all going on. Europe, Guns N' Roses. It is funny though. It is funny. You think to yourself, yeah, great, you know. Green Day also, so that was funny, by the way. And people ask, what is so great about going to concerts? Well, you can just put on a CD. If you go to a concert, you'll be there, the atmosphere together, and going, have your mind going, the show around it, the live versions. You'll be. It feels sometimes like you'll be pulled into the song itself. And so great is that to be your favorite number. We've all been there, right? I can remember when I saw Guns N' Roses live, and they did for the first time Paradise City. Oh, it was bloody amazing. And there's, or for example, with a Temptation, with Ice Queen, or What Have You Done, or Faster. It's so great, absolutely. If you've never been to a concert, please do so. I know that costs a lot of money. I am aware of it, but you really have a great night out. And if you come from the field, you really forget about how expensive the ticket was, and you think to yourself, great. Unless the band really sucked. I mean, I'll be honest, I went to once to, I think it was Bon Jovi or something, you know. And we had, it was some sort of mini festival with Ugly Kid Joe, Van Halen, and then Bon Jovi. I'll be honest, Bon Jovi was the main headliner, right? Van Halen blew Bon Jovi away. Bon Jovi was nothing compared to Van Halen. Van Halen was so great and so awesome live. Really amazing. And the funny part was, there was in Nijmegen, I still was living in Holland, and the the drummer and the guitarist are brothers, and their name is Van Halen also, and they are both. That made it extra special, you know. It was a little bit like home ground for them. Van Halen is an American band, yes, I'm aware of that, but the two guys just mentioned are Dutch. I mean, with John, he's all hold us honest, man. They say John, he's all the audience of John, John. And you know, I have amazing moments. U2, I saw U2 live in many times. I've seen several U2 shows, and I think Zoo TV was just so special. I was with a lady friend, and no, we didn't have anything. Don't worry. And there's a special song. I think I want to tell you a story. Okay. And at that time, it was a very old system, because at the time you went to a local shop where you can buy a voucher and a day you get a ticket. You had your ticket, but you can trade the voucher on the day to a real ticket. The ticket was there. You bought already a ticket. So I was trading in. And after I trade in, I had to go back to school, guys. You know, I'm going to confess a lot now. I really didn't want to. You know, at that age, I was 17, 18 years old. And I really didn't want to. I thought to myself, you have to go back to school. I don't want to. So after I got my ticket, was a little bit fun around and was on the area still where the concert was. We held because it was in the afternoon or something, around 12 in the afternoon, and the concert starts first at 8. I had to go back to school because I was being picked up by my lady friend there. I think her name was Sandra. Sandra. Yeah, I know her last name, but due to privacy protectors, I'm not going to name her name live on the YouTube channel. I really don't. And so there I was standing there with you two, and there was, and I went in there, and so I was a little bit curious because they said, "Come in here, stand down." Okay, you say you want to make a video message. I said, "What for?" Because I really don't know. I knew that you two was doing all with vision and everything. It was the ZooTV tour. Yeah? And I know that they were doing it, and I didn't think much about it. So I said, "Well, I don't know. I really don't know. Well, who are I going with?" Because they could see I had 2 tickets. I said, "Well, lady friend, and it's her birthday. Well, would you not like to make a video message for her? Maybe say happy birthday to her from the camera." I thought to myself, yeah, okay, but he's never going to see it, right? So there I was, singing from the camera. And I said, well, and then happy birthday, and I hope you really have a great birthday, and blah, blah, blah. What I didn't know, those suckers told me, and I said, I had to sign a release form, and I was a little bit, you know, I was a little bit exhausted still. I had to get to school. I really didn't want to. I was a little bit annoyed with that. So I didn't put, so I signed a release form. So we're sitting in the show and YouTube, you know, you have those moments when the YouTube goes off the stage and then they come back. So they did that. And then suddenly the TV comes on and all these private video messages. I said, oh shit, please don't show mine. Oh yes, they fucking did. The funny part, all the stadium was singing happy birthday for her. I really, she was so happy for it. I think in a way she never commented about it, but I mean, you're having 60,000 people sing happy birthday for you. I think, you know, or you're majorly embarrassed, or you have something, wow. So I think that is the most funniest story I actually had with concerts, and that's the thing here, guys. And I think we really had something, you know. These thoughts and these memories will stay here because this, guys, was in. I think it was 92 was Guns N' Roses. Yeah, 1993 was in the Rotterdamse Kuip, the Feyenoord Stadium, if you want to know correctly. And it was a great concert, absolutely. The weather was perfect. It was in May. I was only around 17 still. I think it was her 16th birthday or so. I can't remember. No, I don't have any more contact, by the way, with that woman. I don't. But Sandra, if you see this video, please make a comment about this matter. But we actually would like to know if you were embarrassed or not. Could be funny if you saw the show, by the way. Would be nice. You know, I think if you go to a concert a lot, I think there will always be a memory, a special memory that you have on concert. and a memory you take along, because sometimes these concerts will last a lifetime with you, and these memories. And if you really like the concert, you do. There are certain moments. I mean, I went to Within Temptation, and who I took, she still can't remember what a restaurant we went to. I spoke the other day with her, and she we're talking about going somewhere, and then she said, "Well, all right, we have to go to what's Wagamama's. We have to go to Wagamama's." I say, yeah, okay, that's fine, by the way. And by the way, the person who I'm talking about now, you know, it is. You know what the funny part is? I think if you go to a concert, and I'd like to go to concert, it hurt it also so much for me what happened in Manchester. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a major fan. I really don't. It says me nothing. And you know, Ariana Grande. I have something that's the same shit as new Kids on the Block and the Backstreet Boys and take that, all that kind of crap. The Spice Girls. It makes me, you know what I mean. But and if you heard what for music I went to, so you can understand what I'm thinking about it. But of course, it's terrible what happened, and it makes me hurt because that guy, what he did with that bomb, took a lot of great memories from those kids away and turned it actually into a nightmare. That's a shame because these people, these are still young, and they want to have those memories, a memory for a lifetime. And that's the funny part because nobody talks about that actually, and I think it's also something we should address. That you can turn such a great moment and turn a nightmare, because it could easily be because that age around that they get their first girlfriend or boyfriend, you know, and then they go maybe to the concert. It would mean a lot for them, really. And I think that was also, and I think I'll be honest, I am also at the time when I addressed it on the JJA show a few weeks ago, and I felt still a little bit regretful that I didn't address that issue. Because as a person who likes to go to concert a lot, is just that you you forget a little bit actually about that matter. So my sincere apologies that I didn't address that. But, you know, it's, and again, there comes to regret the comment I made earlier, like with the Islam, yeah, you know, you're seeing jumping that we should not judge the Islam so much, but they're doing it to themselves. They put themselves in this corner with the terrorism, everything. I don't say every Muslim is a terrorist, but most of the terrorists are Muslims. I'm just saying, and then you get those pointy fingers. And where there's hurt, there comes hate. It's a human reaction, you know what I mean? And a lot of people forget that sometimes. And you know, I have it also. I really look to, and sometimes I look back on my shows. I really do. I think to myself, God, shit, I said, shit. But you know, I'm also a human being with feelings and regret and hurt. And I'll be honest, I'm not perfect either. Nobody is. And then that's the thing. And then, you know, and there are some things that I really have said that I still stand behind. For example, with earlier today, I will not take that back. That guy has so much money, he can easily pay that money now to run away. Sorry, I don't think that's fair, you know, because that's what he's trying to do. I'll bet you, guaranteed, At the moment, he's not in Spain, even though he has a newborn child. But the rumor is not confirmed, actually. That's the funniest part. And why is it not confirmed? Because he's probably not in Spain. I'm just saying, guys, he's just... Yeah. And that is what I like sometimes also about the JJA show, you know. I can speak my mind. I can say what I want and being human, for crying out loud. Because sometimes I have topics I deal with here on JJA Live and to think to myself, I'm not standing 100% behind it. You know, that happens. I've been there a lot before. And then you still, as a profession, you're trying to do the best way you can and maybe even put a little bit of personal touch on, but sometimes really difficult. It really is. So, I think that we have to think and make sure also, and that's also, yeah, especially youngsters in this age, and there you come with the Grenfell Tower again. How many youngsters are they hit? I really want to know. I don't know what the people they live in. I really don't know. And I'm sitting here, guys, now as a normal person, you as me. I'm not sitting here as the professional Jan-Jaap who's trying to do a professional YouTube channel. I'm just sitting like you and me. You know, what I go to now. You know, oops again. Yes, you saw a hole on my toe, sock. I have that. I don't give a fuck ass about it. You know, and I think I'll come a little closer because I know with the mic and stuff. Just have to adjust my screen a little bit, guys. We're coming now close to the end of the show. And I think that we learned a few things here out today. I really think, and that is respect each other and give nowadays what I got in my youth, because I was grateful there was almost no terrorism, the great memories, that we can have great memories again and not hurtful memories. I'm just saying. All right, thank you so much for watching. This was the JJA show. And we talked once about feelings. We talked about great memories. Also great ones to do, by the way. If you did like the show, push the like button. That would really mean a lot for me. And my starting again, it's ridiculous. Please push the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also very important. Don't forget to share this video. Also very important. I don't care where you subscribe, share it to. On your Facebook, on your Twitter, on Google Plus. Instagram is a little bit difficult, but Pinterest. All are welcome. That is the great thing with these YouTube shows. So anyway, I want to say happy birthday again to Queen Elizabeth. I hope she has a great show day. I don't think she will see this show, but you know what I mean. We sang happy birthday for her tonight. I think that's great. You know, shall we make a deal? Every Saturday on the JJA show, we have a list of famous celebrities who have their birthday. Shall we not do that? Just the calendar of, you know. And only that day, so not on Friday or on Sunday, on Saturday. I will look into that, and if I can remember, guys, because sometimes I say something and I forget about it. You know, I'm also getting up in age. I'm also 41 years old. Yes, 41. Deal with it. Damn, it's the first time I say mate on YouTube. That's funny. All right. If you want to follow us, you can do that on facebook.com/DJ Live. Sorry, facebook.com/DJ Sports. Don't forget to like us on follow us on Twitter. You can tweet with us on @GJA Sport Studio. Google Plus, you can find us on Plus GJA Live Tube. Here on YouTube, of course, our channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Very important. YouTube.com/GJA Live Tube. Very more. Pinterest we are. Yes. Pinterest.com/DJ Live Tube. I think we're there at the moment. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. My name is Jan-Jaap reporting for DJ Live Tube. Tomorrow, listen a little bit up on, we have this week's in sport. And of course, at 5 o'clock in the night, Central European time, or directly after WWE Money Bank. Depends sometimes, these shows go a little bit on longer, sometimes they're shorter. When Money in the Bank is finished, you will see our YouTube show, of the aftermath of WWE Money in the Bank, live here on this YouTube channel. Don't forget to join in, because it's also important we hear your opinion about the show. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys. And otherwise, the JJA Show will be on next Saturday again at 8:30 here on YouTube. Have a great night, and if you're going out, as I say as always, don't drink and drive. So if you want to drink, that is fine, but then take a cab or take the bus or let somebody drive who didn't drink. All right? Thank you so much, and take care, everybody. And I'll see you soon. Ciao.